Welcome back to the league that means nothing on Go Again Gaming.
Welcome back to Go Again Gaming, and welcome back to the League That Means Nothing, Season 4, Round 3. I'm Ian Holland, your usual voice of the league, and joined with a special guest, Brian Hoffman, all the way from Chicago, here to, well, maybe shamelessly self-promote a little bit, but help me call a new game. Brian, why don't you give everyone a little background about who you are?
Hello, everybody, and thank you so much, Ian, for letting me come on here. As mentioned, Brian Hoffman from Chicago, notably creating some YouTube videos under Smashing Good Team recently and playing as much Flesh and Blood as I humanly can. So I'm really thrilled to be here.
I mean, that's what it's all about here. It's all about great games in the Flesh and Blood. The stakes are kind of irrelevant when the league means absolutely nothing. Today we have two stalwarts of the league that means nothing. One of my locals, a good friend of mine, Conor McLaughlin, an Irish player known for one thing and one thing only, which is his love of shiny draconic cardboard. So he will be on Fi, and a spicy list version of it, I believe mono red entirely. And he's taking on Faboratorium's own Carlos Gutierrez, the third most beloved Rhinar in Spain after Daniel Correas and Pablo Pintor. Those two can fight among themselves over who's everyone's favorite. Daniel will say it's him. Pablo's the one who top 16 the Pro Tour with Rhinar. Everyone forgets. Everyone's like, oh, Pablo top 16 the Pro Tour. I'm like, yeah, Daniel was in the top 8, also playing a brute. That same Pro Tour.
Competition is stacked out there.
This is a matchup I have played once or twice in my life, most notably in Barcelona at the 2023 World Championship. Very heavily Fi favored because, Reinar's text is, when you discard a 6, intimidate, and Fi's text is, I wasn't blocking anyway. So all you've done is prevent me from making a mistake. I would put this heavily in Fi's favor, but Carlos is a well-known Rhinar. He's a hard, dyed-in-the-wool brute player, and maybe he's got a little bit of that Eugene C. blessing. You never know. So only one way to find out who's going to take this one down, and that's by throwing it over to gameplay and seeing what happens.
Do you ever feel like you're using too much paper? Tired of scribbling life totals between every single round? Get a life. Counter. Fab Counter. Fab Counter is a life tracker built specifically for Flesh and Blood. It makes tracking life, playing any format, and choosing heroes fast and simple. With regular updates for Living Legend changes and new hero releases, you're always ready for the next game. Make sure you go and download it on Play Store and Apple Store to really facilitate and help your streamed games, or just your next game in general. Fab Counter.
Well, we're not hanging around here. Connor going straight in with this Fire Tennis strike first.
Like you said, it's going to be a very aggressive one, and maybe in Fi's favor, you were saying. So 3 go again and giving the next Draconic +1. And I imagine we're going to see a lot of 0-cost attacks that will be doing increments of 3 or 4 damage.
Yes, obviously Carlos rocking that gorgeous Rhinar. But interesting, Connor not on Mask of the Pensing Links, which is really Fi's main headpiece.
I was going to
Mask
say
of
that is
Momentum, trying to
up
force
there,
some
yeah.
blocks, maybe? I know,
So-
Brian, your first deck was KO, so you have a little bit of
Oh,
root
yeah.
experience.
I mean, I see this armor suite on Carlos's side, and I just squeal with joy. You mentioned that Fi is looking pretty favored here. I imagine if there was a card to perhaps flip that math a little bit, it might be Scowling Fleshbag, if you can disrupt a key card during Fi's offense.
Possibly. The trick for Fi obviously is going to be baiting that. And again, this is what I'm talking about. Connor loving his shiny cardboard. We see the foil on top of his deck. We see that promo Ravenous Rabble. Just 3s and 4s. That's all we have here.
And if we're all red line, like you said, that rabble is going to be a 0 for 4 go again every time.
Yeah, one card left in Connor's hand. Are we going to chase that Mask of Momentum?
Ooh, nope, that looks like the Arsenal. All right. And as far as Carlos's blocks go, Swing Big is a notable one that we had to get rid of there.
Yeah, I do have a funny feeling that maybe Carlos could have had one of those classic brute hands that decides exactly how much you're blocking and no more.
Yep. Yeah, leaked 2 damage, which every point counts against a ninja, so we'll see what Carlos can send back. And it starts with a pulping. All right, so if we get the 6 power discard, we're going to get to potentially give this dominate, assuming Connor doesn't have a D-react in the arsenal.
Please, Brian, that blocking. We've been over this. we don't be doing that. That's not the house we live in.
So this pulping is it'll have go again and no other text. And the
Discarding
discard
a Wrecker Romp.
is a Wrecker Romp. All right, so intimidating, just reminding Connor not to block with his cards.
Yeah, don't worry. Let me help you out. I'm going to make sure you don't make any mistakes here. Yeah, so we've intimidated a card from Connor's hand. 6 coming in. I have a funny, like, this is 100% a, yep. Anyway, that can stay over there. The only thing you ever have to worry about now is, what's the new card?
D-legs.
Splatter.
Splatter Skull.
Yes, the one that actually
That's
puts
the one.
intimidated cards into your graveyard. I don't know if you can see from the shine there, but that is a cold foil Mandible Claw.
Yeah, it looks like they've got both facings on the artwork as well, both signed, and that is some serious dedication to the craft.
Yeah. If you ever meet Carlos in person, or even if you ask him nicely on social media, he even has a Mandible Claw necklace that he wears at events.
Oh, that is rad.
Yeah, like Brute's big advantage in this situation, specifically Rhinar, is that armor suite, as we were talking about as well. Like 2, 4, 6, 8 block in Fridge is crazy. And that
Yeah,
Scaling
8
Flesh
into
Bag
another
can
3, yep.
block for another 5 or 6 points, depending.
And once again, a head jab with go again here from Connor. No blocks from Carlos.
The most banal, spicy head jab, Ronin Renegade, literally head jab, no text.
Rising Resentment is next. So I'm assuming we're going to block this chain link to make Mask of Momentum difficult. And nice that Phi, as opposed to Cinder, doesn't have Flick Knives, so it's much more difficult for them to get that Mask of Momentum value.
Yeah. Also, this one technically does have an on-hit.
Oh, sure, we have plenty of attacks that we could grab out of that, I suppose.
Yeah, if you have any one costs, they just immediately become free. And when they're banished, they get away from that Intimidate as well.
So the tunic on Connor's side, I'm imagining this is, I mean, obviously for the weapon turns, but perhaps there are some one-cost attacks in here, and you just want to be able to weave those in without having to pitch a whole red card for them.
Yeah, I think Ignite plus Tunic just is a free sword swing. Because back in my day, you used to play Flamescale Furnace because it was the way to generate additional resources plus blocks. But here we have a Display Loyalty. I think the first new card that Connor has played.
And it is Fleshbag time. We're getting that last card, Intimidated, and this is almost certainly going to stuff Mask of Momentum. How do you feel about the use of Fleshbag there? Do you think it was time?
It's less ideal when there's a card in the arsenal, in my experience, but especially because, it does scuff this whole chain because we do get to go 2 more attacks, but we don't get a draw. Giving up the Savage Sash as well tells me that Carlos has a plan. Because you don't just give up 4 points of value into 3.
Right, we had to overblock that as well, yep.
And then, Phoenix Flame for 1.
So we kept a whole hand
Looks
here.
like, oh, we're
Push
taking
one
the
more time.
intellect penalty. What is an arsenal? It ooh, could be a rake the embers, or not rake the ember, rake over the coals. That's the one.
Mm,
Different
to
rake,
buff
draconic
all the
rake.
Draconic cards. And yep, just as we drew it up, Blood Rush Bellow time.
Yeah, pitching a hold the line. The downside, obviously, when you're playing Rhinar is you're not as guaranteed to be ripping 6 power attacks with go again. But this is compared to KO, obviously. But obviously, upside is you get access to 2 whole claws.
We're here to high roll. And there's strength rules all, so Bellow is going to draw the 2 cards, give the go again, and buff everything.
Yeah, I'm looking at this going like, Connor, maybe just leave the cards there. We both know you're not going to do anything with those.
Just intimidate them all. Who are we kidding?
No, my
2.
experience of playing this matchup was very fun. I deeply upset my opponent, and I had to apologize to him afterwards. But that was back when I was allowed to play Art of War.
See, I bought mine about 3 days before they got banned, but it was for Levia, so I didn't even get them for a good reason.
Yeah, well, actually, what they did then was they saved you. They saved you a significant amount of heartache because, like, you gotta love Levia players, but man, that deck is a tough one.
I tried to cope for a few weeks, and then I realized that I did not have the man-sant dog in me, so I will leave it to the stronger-willed individuals out there.
Yeah, I played it once at an armory and gave myself a headache. But here we have
Oh,
the
and we're
Savage Sash
popping
cracked. We're
Sash.
going all in on this one.
Hoo. It is time to really put Connor to the test with these no blocking turns. Let's see how much we can string together into a wild ride. So we're going to keep it going, hopefully.
Yeah, and if another 6 is discarded, aside from having go again, Connor might not actually have the option when it comes to blocking.
We might just be dead.
Um,
Oh, there's still 4 cards in hand, and then after the discard, if we still have a blue, this could be like a claw into finisher sequence. This could be a brutal turn from Carlos.
yeah, I remember one time. So, well-known member of the Irish community, Connor McGrath, different Connor, has a significant hatred for brutes. Oh
Oh,
no, go again.
hate to
That's the end,
interrupt you, but this wild ride has just been stuffed.
and that's the risk you play when you play Rhinar, baby.
Whew, that
Not
hurts.
everyone's built like Eugene.
No, that was not a Eugene C moment.
Yeah,
All right.
very happy Connor McLaughlin going like, yeah, here's my boots. Here's my 1 point of armor block that I have.
And does this imply that we're going to see a pretty big turn from Connor, possibly cracking the flight path to get a go again, maybe even an additional weapon attack?
Yeah, I don't know, Brian. Ninja's not normally known for being able to use a 5-card hand.
Traditional intellect penalty enjoyers.
Yeah, it's not like every card in Connor's deck costs basically 0, and we are starting off with Ronin Renegade. Carlos has no buyout clause this time, though, with the flesh bag gone.
Yep.
He really went
Sitting on just
all
a 4
in
armor block.
on that last turn. And
Oh,
there
and
we
there's
go,
the
Ancestral
Ancestral Harmony.
Empowerment.
Yep. Or Empowerment, excuse me.
So we've got our +1 draw card.
And yeah, Carlos is going to have to block pretty efficiently here, or it could be a Mask of Momentum trigger for Connor. We've got the Tunic resource as well, so a lot of options here. There's
Here
the
we have,
Ignite, so that's a free weapon swing, right?
no, weapon will
Or
cost
with the
1
Tunic.
less.
Right. So that plus the Tunic, and we'll be able to swing with the weapon without having to pitch a card.
Exactly. Now, also stunning extended art ignite as well.
Yeah, both
A
players
man
here
of
are just
discerning
really
taste is
blinged
our
out.
Connor McLaughlin. Oh, getting juiced by the double empowerment turn.
Wow. So maybe I think that was one of those was the Arsenal. Last turn we were pondering what
Yeah,
card they left in Arsenal.
just get him. Now weapon comes in for 3 again, 1 cost. Everything's coming in sets of 3 here. Or
and
we're
without
using it.
giving.
Oh, using it for spreading flames instead. So spreading flames coming in here for 3. Go again. A card that's initially wasn't seen a lot of play in Syndra, but has since crept into the lists because it's just kind of nuts. I don't know.
It's like rake
Brian, I
over
don't
the
know if you've
coals, but
seen
it's a
much of
head jab
this.
too.
Oh, it's a 1 cost.
No, yeah, some of this is brand new to me. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know if I've had many spreading flames played against me.
Yeah, so for every draconic card you play, if its power is less than the number of chainlinks you control, it gets +1. So all your 3s after chainlink 3 become 4s, etc., etc.
And we're on chain link 4 now, so I have to imagine every attack hereafter is going to be buffed.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about this particular build Connor has, but I know when I've played Syndra, I've managed to get to 6 or 7 and turn a Draconic Art of the Dragon Fire into a +1, getting the +1 and everything. It's good times.
Here's a
And
Phoenix
here we go.
Flame.
Now we have another 3 damage now. +1 from Shuko, +1 from Spreading Flames,
My
+1 from
goodness.
its own ability.
Did we draw off of Mask of Momentum last chain link?
I don't know. And here we have Lava Burst.
My goodness. Doing a bit
Brian,
of
you're an
math here
Aurora
is
player.
Connor.
How have you not dabbled in these Draconic Ninjas yet?
Well, you see, they don't have Runeblade equipment, and I have been quite spoiled.
Yeah. Well, you see, you just don't block. You just do shit like this.
That's the part. Yup. Yeah, I'm being sold slowly but surely as I watch this.
I remember because big shout out to former Living Legends podcast member Bill the Spike Feeder from Canada. One of the first videos I ever saw of Flesh and Blood was him playing Katsu on their Fab channel. And after Chainlink 7, I was like, I want to do that. That's what I want to do.
Let's see. So that was quite the turn from Connor. We now at a 14-point life deficit.
But here comes a Savage Feast with Go again, using that agility token created by the Agile Windup.
And discarded one of those new Brute Majestics whose
Bam Bam
name is Bam Bam, of
is
course.
the club. It's the club related attack. But Savage Feast would Go again. When you discard a 6, you draw a card. Pretty good. Normally a thing you want to either end on, do with your small hand, or roll your scab skins.
Yeah, but discarding the Agile Windup last turn lets them
Yeah.
have a follow-up here, despite taking quite a brutal offensive on the last turn.
Yeah, I don't know. Were you a scab skins roller when you played KO? Or were
I
you a
should
coward?
have been more. No, I was a massive coward. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah, my average scab skin per game was way lower than it should have been.
Yeah, I played a little bit. Oh, and here we have Eye of Ophidia discarded, pitched here for the claw. Going to have 2 resources floating. So we have another claw swing or a 2 cost attack, but we get an opt 2. I'm a big Scabskins believer. I was taught the math at mid tournament at Pro Tour LA.
And you were convinced in real time to be rolling scabs more.
Yeah, I was, and it worked out. I was convinced by a certain Mr. Checklist card,
Mmm.
also known as Simon Nielsen. Like, this is the math.
Perhaps
And I've
perhaps
heard
Super
that guy
Sam will
knows
bring me back.
1 or 2 things about cards.
You know, good at card games, perhaps more than just one.
And not a bad turn for Carlos, equalizing the life totals, but it's not like Connor was ever forced to give up cards here. And
Right.
this is the real problem. Now we have Oath of Loyalty. That explains why that went to Arsenal and nothing else.
Yep. And because even though the life totals are close now, 10 is such a very achievable number for Fi to hit on any given turn cycle. So you have to imagine Carlos is going to be pressed to throw some cards here.
Especially now that he's at 6. That's just any 2 cards Fi can present. And like Fi's whole game plan is very efficient hands. That's why the deck functions the way it does.
And we've got a fealty token as well as a tunic counter, so I am curious if Connor's playing Art of the Dragon Fire, which if so is basically Carlos can't go to 2 then.
Yeah, but here we have another 3 points coming in with this Lava Vein Loyalty, classic from Uprising. You know, before your
Here we
time,
go.
Brian, you were still playing a different card game at that stage, I imagine.
Grandpa, tell me about the old Flesh and Blood cards.
Well, you see, back in my day, we both used to play Arcanite Skullcap.
And it was $200 and you enjoyed it. I don't know if
I,
it was ever that much.
I paid €200 for my Arcanite Skullcap.
Well, there you go.
Paid 100 for my tunic though, so suck it.
Yeah, that part I missed the train on that one for sure.
But no, we are paying instead. We're using the fealty on this
Okay, it's
Art of the
blood.
Dragon Blood, both for its effect on the go again, and also because we are under Oath of Loyalty, we cannot play non-draconic cards this turn.
So
We
at
have to
least
fulfill our
no,
oath to the
yeah.
Emperor, which is really a flavor fail in Fi. I'm not gonna lie.
He strikes me as a little more punk than all that. I didn't think he would be pledging fealty to any emperor.
Fi's whole gimmick is that he's rebelling against the Empire in Volcor. That's his
And
whole
one from
shtick.
the
I don't
tunic
know what's
token.
going on here.
He's just pretending.
And here
He
we
just
go.
wanted to get the extra tokens. Breaking point. Give me your arsenal.
Yeah,
So hopefully a
5
3 blocking hand
damage.
to pair with Apex Bonebreaker here.
Yeah,
Yes.
really
Okay.
breaking point. A card that's on hit is kind of irrelevant in this situation because if you're taking the damage where it's relevant, you are probably dead.
Right.
At a certain point,
Carlos.
every card just becomes on hit death.
And you mentioned Rake Over the Coals earlier. We've seen Ancestral Empowerment, so even allowing yourself to take one is a very risky ask right now for Carlos.
Yeah, better off just saving the life total where you could. But we have a might trigger from this Apex Bonebreaker and a good old swing big coming in for 9. You know, James White once called this his biggest mistake.
Swing big.
Yeah, the rate.
It seems so incredibly tame by modern heuristics, but
Yeah. Nothing in Misveil, no. Just swing big though.
not count your blessings.
Zen?
It wasn't Zen's fault, it was Traverse's fault.
I'm pretty sure the text on a card that's tutor your deck for any card in your deck. Like you're straight up the SpongeBob meme of, oh, want to see me tutor my deck? Want to see me do it again?
Don't bring up SpongeBob in card games. You don't want us to end up going down that road.
Blech, blech.
And would you believe me if I told you Connor didn't block?
No, he did. He blocked with his
Oh,
headpiece.
excuse me. He's in the mask. Yep.
Because,
I don't imagine
again,
3 chain links are going to hit against an opponent at 2.
yeah, if you land 3 chain links here and you draw a card, I feel like I have a bridge to sell you, or your opponent is suddenly playing Sigil of Solace. But here we go. Tunic activation and a Spreading Flames to start this turn off. So now everything...
How about that?
Yeah, just... I would like to present Lethal.
Every time. So
which is going to be covered by... So, not ideal to be using your armor on a 3. You really want that extra 1 to be helping you cover breakpoints, but...
and I believe Scabs has been blocked with already twice, so we are just cards in hand for defense now. And with all these 4s...
breakpoints, now, obviously, Carlos always has the benefit of maybe my opponent's an idiot and goes to 2, and then I can just kill them. I have a non-zero amount of brute wins by being like, my opponent
a cheeky
goes,
reckless swing.
Surely you won't have a second one.
It's almost as good as having 2 shocks and your opponent passes with no cards in hand.
Yeah, blocking 2 on 2 here for this Phoenix Flame, and now
Got
in
another
comes Lava
lava
Burst
burst.
for
Oh my.
7.
Plus Shugo,
Yes,
yep.
+1 for the Spreading Flames, +1 for the Tiger Stripe Shuko, and +3 for its own effect.
Bang.
Just kicking it old school. None of your fancy new Draconic Ninja crap here. We're just this deck won a world championship, brother.
That was impressive. I mean, Fi gets a lot of heat right now for not being a particularly strong deck, but I mean, what I just watched was quite the show.
Yeah, like that's heat. Come on, Draconic. No, Fi will always have strong showings. Like the ability to just go super wide, it's so consistent. It's easy to get 12 to 14 points of value turn to turn with the deck. It's just, is that what the game is about right now? So it's more of a meta situation than anything else. But Connor's showing Fi's not bad. Most of the
If
decks in
you
this game, for anyone who's watching this, aren't bad. They're just
right,
not good in
these
the
are very
meta
tight
currently.
margins between tier 1 and tier 2, if we're being honest. And if you ran
Yeah,
into a room full of gravy bones on Fi, you would probably have a great day.
yeah, absolutely. And then if you ran into Victor, you might as well just pack it up and go home.
Them's the beats.
Um, but yeah, so is that your first experience really watching some Fi gameplay? What did you think? Would it make you want to try a Draconic Ninja?
It, you know, it's got a lot of the ethos of what allowed me to win so many games on Aurora that I probably didn't deserve, and that part is, yeah, that part's pretty enticing. I can't lie to you. So
Drawing cards,
I'm more
sneaky
interested than I
breakpoints.
was. I'll
But
tell you what it didn't do. It didn't make me miss Blood Rush Bellows discarding a non-6 attack.
that's and with the greatest of respect, I know you've done very well in events. You've done very well in a calling. That's a skill issue, Brian. You simply didn't believe enough. Your deck sensed your fear, and it
Yep.
didn't work. But
Scabskins felt the disrespect that I wasn't rolling it, and it said, "All right, screw you then."
yeah. But commiserations, Carlos, back to your home as the third best, third most loved Rhinar player in Spain. But congratulations, Conor McLaughlin, on another win in the league. That means nothing. We hope to see you carry that momentum through on Mono Red Fi. And I do think it's Mono Red because I did not see a single yellow or blue
See
pitched
any
that
non-red
entire
card?
game.
Yeah,
I don't think
I
I
think
saw a
you're right.
card pitched that game.
Besides that last one there for the lethal, yeah, that was it.
Yeah. What's pitch stacking when you can
Who needs
just play your cards? Why would I include cards that can't just kill my opponent? But as always, I have been your voice league, Ian Holland. Findles Spirit, Findles Spirit .bsky.social. I'll never get used to that one. And this, my co-caster Brian. Where can people find you?
You can find me on YouTube at Smashing Good Team, where me and my people are making some cool videos, and I'm on the Twitter thing at Brian Hoffman FAB.
Yeah. Oh, what's that acronym for?
Flesh and blood.
Oh, right.
I
Yeah,
should have
that's
thought
what.
of something funnier, but who knows what would have come out of my mouth. I didn't want to scare the guests.
So I hope you like the video. If you enjoyed that fight gameplay as much as we did, make sure you like the video, comment down below. Maybe if you're nice, I'll bring Brian back if you think he was good. If not, don't say anything. He has a very
I've got
fragile
to do my
ego. He's
homework
American.
on my head jabs and my wounding blows. I got to do my research.
Yeah, and as we push for Az to get potentially and Go Again Gaming to get that creator grant, make sure you subscribe. You get all of those notifications on your YouTube for every episode of The League That Means Nothing 4 going up. And let me tell you, there's quite a few of them. But that is everything we've got for you today. So thank you for joining us, and I hope you enjoyed it. And I will see you in the next one.